Hi, this is Chris McDonald again, and now we're going to have our third class on LinkedIn. This is going to be about getting the most out of LinkedIn. You want to make sure that you strategically improve and grow your connections. One of the things you do as you're doing this is you want to leverage your LinkedIn network so that it's going to work for you. This is what you're actually doing, should be doing, with each and every one of your social media networks. As a business, of course, our goal is to make money, not have hearts, likes, retweets, or even connections on our platforms. I'd much rather have only 100 connections on LinkedIn and those be people that I'm engaging with and are part of my actual network and people that I think might be interested in my business instead of having 500 connections. That's much more important to me. So I'm not saying that the numbers aren't important, but if those folks aren't customers or potential customers, are you really just wasting your time? It's something to think about. So one of the things that you want to do is make sure that you're selective. If you're more selective, then your network actually becomes a lot more valuable. It's not about the numbers. You're going to get exposure to important people by using LinkedIn. You can attract a new prospect. You can stay in front of your existing clients and your existing vendors. You can get new possibilities and get introductions and referrals. And you can also get invitations to go to speaking engagements. This isn't all just going to happen naturally, but LinkedIn is built in such a way so that you are able to do these things. But it all starts by having contacts. One of the things that you can do is invite the current contacts that you have to help create this smart network that you're trying to create. These are sometimes referred to as low-hanging fruit by expanding your network. These are things that are already your contacts, and you don't have to do a whole lot of work for them, just like that low-hanging fruit. They're just there for the taking. One of the ways that you would do that, you can go ahead and import contacts from Hotmail, Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, AOL, actually any email provider. But you want to make sure that you're using people as your contacts, ones that you already trust or people that you already know. This doesn't mean that you fill your LinkedIn network with a whole bunch of your friends. That's not what this is about. This is about getting contacts that you believe are going to help your LinkedIn network and help you to get those sales. If you're unsure about following that, giving LinkedIn that kind of information about you or about your contacts, let me remind you, this really is not any different than allowing Facebook or any other social media network to have your information. You know, you have no idea how much Facebook really knows about you. You know, I see people all the time putting stuff on Facebook that this is your personal information that you're putting on Facebook. I just shake my head and roll my eyes. The network is Facebook's. It belongs to them. It's their real estate. You don't own that property. You put it on that social media network, and guess what? It's on their network. You have to remember that. But you also share your information. When you say that you go to this restaurant or you say that you like a certain page, LinkedIn stores and collects that information, and it helps other networkers and other people when they're creating their ads to know how to get that ideal customer. So bear in mind, LinkedIn also gives you the ability to export your contacts at any time. So you really don't have to hesitate about allowing LinkedIn the access to that information. So how do you do it? Well, first you go to My Network on LinkedIn, then you go to Add Contacts. What you want to do is see who it is that you already know. So here's an old email address that I don't even use anymore, giving that as an example as to how we would actually go about importing that. And of course, next we're going to hit connect or continue. LinkedIn is really going to walk you through the rest of the information. You don't want to select generic invitations to join you. You want to select people that you already know. Go through those contacts one by one, decipher who you are not already connected with, and filter out those older contacts. Then send out an individualized invitation to the rest of the people. Once you're connected, review the contacts' profiles, gather some more information about them, determine how you can add value to their professional lives. You want to go ahead and review their connections for potential relationship building. That's what this is all about, building a relationship. Once you've completed that export list, and now you've expanded your network and you have connections that you already trust, LinkedIn now better understands the types of people that you have as official contacts, and they'll help you build your network through a people you may know feature. Again, remember to be wise and use discretion. When you accept invitations to connect, you'll begin to be seen as a leader. So you want to keep the quality of this network high. You don't want to have a whole bunch of people that don't even have pictures on their profile, or they don't have any information listed or any profiles whatsoever. People are going to look. And just like I'm teaching you and telling you to go in and study, be investigative, people are going to do that about you as well. So use discretion in who you're choosing to be a part of your network. Remember the balance and cost of benefits of people that you know or don't know. This is all about the quality of your network. It is not about your numbers. Personally, I know that I've said some of these things before, but if there's no picture, I am really probably not even going to connect with them. This isn't Facebook where you're going to friend everybody. This is professional, so let's keep it that way. Be careful about accepting invitations from strangers unless you see a thread already existing or a way that you're already connected. It's even okay to ask a person before you decide to accept their invitation how you know them. Just show caution. Those are the kinds of things that I like to do as well. Remember that not all invitations to connect should be accepted. You'll see, for example, here's an example of someone that there's no information. If I would click on this profile, I would be able to bring up and see more information. But just because they've invited you to connect, you have the right to go to that ignore button and not connect at all. You want to decide for yourself what discretionary rules that you want to set up before you decide to accept the invitation. This will give you a much better network, and it's going to save you a lot of time down the road if you go ahead and set up those discretionary rules for yourself. Like I said, if I don't see a profile picture, I'm very hesitant. I may or may not take the time to look at the actual profile. But if that's not filled out, trust me, this person isn't serious about LinkedIn, so I have no interest in connecting with them. And usually, I personally know a little bit about the person, and I know whether or not that person is going to be valuable to my network. Remember, this is about business. This isn't about a friend contest. This is a different type of platform. So we're not worried about seeing high numbers or having high numbers or, having lots of friends. If your friends were going to buy from you, they already would have. Your unique network is going to give you the kind of leverage that you want. And that leverage is going to give you all the difference as to what type of connections you have and how your business works on LinkedIn. As you develop your network, you're going to see groups of connections, and you'll begin to notice clusters or different groups of connections. You might have people within the town that you live and work. You might have industry connections from past or even current work experiences. You might have people that you attended high school or college with. You might have people that are members of communities that you belong to, or an influencer in your community or industry. You can go ahead and identify those network clusters and then dig deeper in each one. View the network of your connections to find more relevant people to connect to. If you were a local businessman, you'd want to look at the network of your local connections to see if you can invite others to connect with you. LinkedIn provides a few options for sorting your connections into logical network clusters by company, location, title, or source. You can manually segment your network beyond what LinkedIn already provides by using what is called a LinkedIn Tags feature. You can spend a little bit of time each week organizing those connections and as you connect on LinkedIn. You can also tag or segment your LinkedIn network members by using an outside CRM program. CRM, remember, stands for Customer Relationship Management. LinkedIn groups are fantastic. They're a great option, and it's definitely something that you want to take advantage of. Here's a picture showing how you would go ahead and link in or add the tags for those different people. You can go by, there's the tag, you can go by a company, a location, a title, or by source. These are all great examples of how you can do that. Groups are a fantastic way to find a new connection. The more your LinkedIn network grows, the tougher it is to wade through these groups. And there tends to be more spam now than there was in the past. So you want to make sure that you do your research. Don't use LinkedIn groups for marketing yourself. Remember, I said that in the other class. It's important that you remember that 80-20 rule. 80% where you're giving fantastic content, and only 20% where you're promoting yourself. Use those groups to discover and connect with people that are going to fit into your smart LinkedIn network. So if you're in a group membership with someone and you think that that's the kind of person that would work in your LinkedIn network, then send them an invitation. It's going to be based on that particular group and that association. You would go to the group, click on members to pull up the members of that group, and then scroll through and see those that are not your first degree connections. Then go ahead and send them a personal message saying that you'd like to connect and tell them what group you're a part of. When you hear back, send them that invitation to go ahead and connect. Make sure that you mine these groups on LinkedIn like the gems that they really are. Use the groups as a gateway for discovering, connecting those relevant folks that are going to fit into your network building strategies. Get rid of your dated connections. Review, clean up, improve. It's really okay to remove folks that don't fit into your network. Remember again that the value of a smart network is actually priceless, so use it. When you connect and engage with the right people, the professional opportunities will emerge. Plus, you'll be of more value to your own network members. A smart LinkedIn network will open doors for you, and it's definitely going to outweigh the time you're spending cultivating it. Thank you again for watching these videos. Please make sure that you get all of those free handouts. And if you're interested in more detailed training, please make sure that you contact me. If you're interested in someone doing your social media for you, please contact me. My information is available on this website, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Blessings.